Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Green Room Podcast. I'm Matthew Brune, and joining me once again is Colin Mitchell. Colin, how are you over
Yep,
there in McKinney?
doing great, doing great. I already told you I had a Red Bull, and then I had two of these for breakfast. So we're loaded up. We're ready to go. I know
Yeah.
it's almost 4, but I haven't eaten since then. So
So it's still you still feel the Red Bull and protein pancake just circulating through your
just
body.
circulating through my body. It's like the Red Bull's my blood right now. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
I don't even. Yeah. I bought because I had the fruit punch, or what was it called? The packets that I had last time. The fruit
The
punch
Capri Suns.
Capri Suns, thank you. The Capri Suns. I had little Kool-Aid. I went and bought little Kool-Aid things. You know the old ones that we used to
Yes.
drink, that where you just twist the top off and drink them.
Yes.
They are not nearly as good as the Capri Suns. I'll tell you that.
They've never been good. Those things are
Over
awful.
overrated.
No, you
Overrated.
only have I only ever had the cherry ones, and I'd be like coming in from like playing outside with my friends, and my mom would hand me one. I'd be like, dang, I get one of these Kool-Aid cooler things.
Yeah, like
This is
it was
garbage.
not nearly as good as what I
No,
remember it being. But anyways, I saw them at the store. They were like $1.50 for like 8 of them. I was like, I'm just gonna buy it.
you rolled up and put him in the cart, and they're like, he's too young to have kids, but he's too old to drink these. So I'm not really sure.
Right? Hey, I'm just, trying things out. Trying
Yeah,
things out.
you're
It,
on
it
your
was a
own now. You
hundred.
can do whatever you want.
It's 100% just syrup and
Yeah,
sugar. It's
yeah.
amazing. So, anyways, yeah, I'm not gonna be drinking those again. Maybe go back to Capri Suns. We'll see
Mm,
how that goes. I'll keep y'all updated. It's been a week since we've done a podcast, Colin. A little over a week actually, because
yep.
North Texas had a bye week, and so after the FAU win, we were like, okay, this team is good again. We think. And now they get La Tech, who last podcast we said it's a guaranteed win, right? This is a win all day, and then you go from there. And the Vegas tends to agree with us. North Texas is a 6.5 point favorite at home against La Tech. No real excuses. 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. La Tech is not a great team by any means. I mean, I'd venture to say that they are probably pretty bad compared to where they used to be.
Yep.
Definitely, just coming off of a win over UTEP, 41-31. But defensively, they've been walked all over. I mean, you allow UTEP to score 31 points on you, you can't stop anybody. So, yeah. What are your feelings? How are you feeling going into this one? You feeling confident? You gonna bet the house on North Texas?
Guess I got to drink the Kool-Aid like you did. And
I like it. I
that
like
was
it.
bad. That was
I
bad.
like it.
And I guess it's weird. It's weird going with North Texas for 1 week. I've
Yeah, you've picked them to lose like 6 weeks in a row.
every week except UTEP.
No, did we picked them to beat UNLV? Did we not?
I picked him to lose. I think.
I don't remember. I couldn't tell you.
Regardless,
Yes,
maybe you're
regardless.
right. Maybe you're right. Regardless, it's weird to kind of be in this position after the way they started. Right, 2-0 in conference, 3-3 overall. I think that we both thought it was going to be just a train wreck following that UNLV loss, and
Yep.
in reality, it hasn't been. So, I mean, yeah, I would think that this is the game where you try to dispel any what's the word for it? Any doubt in this conference season. La Tech always comes to North Texas and seems to win in fantastic ways. I think everyone remembers that blocked field goal. So
Yes.
I think this is going to be the game that kind of puts people on one side of the fence or the other. On whether they think North Texas can do well in conference or not.
Yeah. I don't have any critical analysis of this game by any means, but I want to get to a bigger point here because that's all we talk about in this podcast is bigger points.
Amen.
And the world sky is falling,
Or it's not.
or it's not every single podcast. But hey, sometimes that's life, especially this year when looking at it through the lens of one Seth Luttrell, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, Colin, North
Yep.
Texas comes into this game 3-3, right?
Yep.
2-0 in conference. And to this point in the season, if we looked at our preseason predictions, we had them 3-0 pretty much at this point, or 3-3 at this point as well, with wins over, again, before the season. We had UTEP, Texas Southern, and UNLV as their 3 wins, and then they figured they'd lose to SMU, Memphis, and FAU. Obviously, you flipped the UNLV and FAU games, and here we are at 3-3. So everything's going according to plan at this point.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, this is another must win for Seth Luttrell, right? And it's not even just because of if they lose this game, he's going to be fired immediately. No, even though if they lose it bad enough, that would be pretty bad. But anyways, if you lose this game, your next two games are UTSA and Western Kentucky, right?
Two best teams.
And probably the two best teams in the conference. UAB is there as well, who they have 2 weeks after Western Kentucky, and in between that they have FIU, who is literally the worst team in America. Absolutely atrocious. So you have UTSA, Western, FIU, UAB, and then you end the year with Rice, and Rice beat UAB, and Rice actually doesn't look half bad. They almost beat Houston. So we could be talking about, right, if they beat La Tech, let's just theorize with me for a second. They beat La Tech, lose to UTSA Western, beat FIU, lose to UAB. That puts them at 5-6 going into a game against Rice at home.
Yeah.
To make a bowl and save any semblance of hope that Seth saves his job. So that's why this game is so big. Because if you lose this game, then you go into UTSA and Western as being like, well, we have to win one of these two. And even if they beat La Tech, you probably have to win one of, UTSA, Western, and UAB. But if you lose La Tech, the hope of the season is kind of just gone.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what I just talked about. It's the hope of the season, and then it's also, like I had said, anytime this program has had momentum during a season or over a couple of years, it's always dispelled by you get to the peak and then it gets just destroyed, just absolutely just obliterated. And that's what this La Tech game is, because if you win, like you just said, it's the last hope, right? It's the saving grace of up to this point of the season. But if you lose it, there's no hope at all, because like you said, UTSA, Western Kentucky, UAB is not going to be an easy game. So this game is a lot more important than, and we've said this, I think, at least 3 times already. This game is the most important game this season up to this point, obviously, just because of everything that's on the line. It's not like if you lose, it's not like if you lose, you have a UNLV coming up or a Texas Southern coming up. You have La Tech, then West, like you said, UTSA, Western, and then I guess if you want to count FIU, but those are already the guaranteed wins that we had them having. So,
and that's where it gets into the whole thing. I had someone on Twitter. We were talking on Twitter, just like, the only hope he has is to win 6 games at the very least and then win the bowl game. And I did say coming into the year, he has to win 7 games minimum, whether that's with a bowl win or not. To me, it's always starting to feel like you have to go 7-5 in the regular season now. It's like, and I don't know if that's fair. I don't know if I'm moving the goalpost, but it's just the feeling that I kind of have right now. It's like,
well, it's because when you put it in perspective, you think, okay, well, if they go 6-6 if they go 7-5 and lose a bowl game, what does that make a difference from many other years they've had? It's the same, status quo of mediocrity that you've had up to this point. Whereas I think if you go 6-6 and you win a bowl game, now we're talking a completely different story, because winning the bowl game's always been the thing that North Texas has never been able to get over. And not to mention too, I know they're 2-0. They're still leading in conference right now. If you get that championship game and you make it a game, that's also another type of thing, that will help propel that, because we all remember FAU a few years ago. So there's a lot on the line here. I mean, obviously, if you lose to La Tech, the chances of you making it to championship game are probably 0. And then the bowl game, I mean, that's you cut that in half, whatever chance they had of that. So this game is important in a lot of ways for Seth. But I don't think that you moving the goalpost for 7-5 regular season is necessarily unfair, because if it's 7-5 the regular season, you lose the bowl game. I think that's worse than going 6-6 and winning one.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. I can compartmentalize that aspect of it. Real quick before we get to like predictions and all that good stuff we do every preview pod. I want to take a quick look at the American, just where North Texas is going
the future home,
future home of North Texas football and this podcast. We're gonna have to start making friends in the American
in this podcast
moving forward. We already have my boy Billy over there from SMU, but Tulane, top 25 team, pretty much 5-1, 2-0.
Who'd have thought?
Memphis, 4-2 overall, 2-1 in conference. Navy, 2-3, 2-1 in conference. Houston, 3-3, 1-1. Oh, Houston will be in the Big 12. Sorry. East Carolina 3-3, 1-2, who I think is actually a pretty good team.
Yeah.
SMU is 2-3 overall, has lost 3 straight, and is 0-1 in conference now. Got boat raced by UCF. And then I think the teams that North Texas is about as good as Temple, Tulsa, and South Florida are all have not won a game. So, and then you throw in, the UTSAs going into that conference as well. And I can never forget all the teams that are going in, but UTSA, Rice, North Texas, FAU. So,
And that's kind of weird when you say SMU's 2-3. Obviously, they played some good teams, TCU, UCF, and I don't know how good Maryland is. You'd have to tell me on that.
okay.
But SMU's not the best team in that conference right
And
now.
that's the thing. That's the thing when North Texas plays SMU, and we all just put our hands up like there's nothing they can do.
What are they gonna do?
It's done. There's no hope. Like SMU is some juggernaut. Like SMU is TCU. Like it's not. SMU is not this world-beating dominant team. It's just every time North Texas plays them, North Texas pisses down its leg and is terrified and get beat 50-10. So that at some point, and that's why the SMU game was so frustrating. That's why we went on a podcast and ranted about it for 50 minutes. It's because there shouldn't be that big of a gap.
Oh,
at
absolutely
all.
not. Absolutely
So
not.
that's what makes that game so frustrating. And then you go forward. This North Texas team, again, before we get into previews, I'm really high on this North Texas team at this moment, right? I think they beat La Tech.
What
I
a
think
roller
they
coaster of
cover
a year.
against La. What was that?
So what a roller coaster of a year.
What a roller
Down
coaster.
high, down high.
Listen. They've won 3 straight games, Colin. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Or no, 2 straight. Memphis and Memphis and
No, 3 straight
FAU.
on paper. Come on, man.
No, that's it too. Memphis on paper and
Oh,
FAU.
I just read that.
Memphis on paper and lots
Right,
of. They've won 2 straight games.
We're going with 2 straight. Okay.
Look, it's gonna be 3 straight this weekend. All right. And then you go to UTSA. UTSA is clearly scared of North Texas. I don't think we saw that last year when UTSA just completely lost their undefeated season. So if you can win one of UTSA Western UAB, you get to 7-5, and at that point we would be having a very interesting conversation on this podcast. But there's a lot of work to do. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself.
Didn't get too far ahead.
Let's start giving our predictions and previews for this game.
Okay. You want to go first?
Are we doing the over-unders first, or are we doing predictions first?
We can do over-unders. You want to do over-unders?
I don't have any prepared. Do you?
I can sure as hell come up with some.
Okay, go ahead. Jair Shorter, over-under.
Oh, what is it?
Point. I think La Tech's defense is really bad, man. It's really bad. Jair Shorter, over-under. I think he's a touchdown catcher on this team now. Over under 1.5 touchdowns.
Under.
I think Austinani has figured out if I just throw the ball to Jair Shorter, good things happen. I'm going to say over.
Okay. So you're over 1.5. I'm under 1.5. Here's mine. Over under. I know the over under for this game is 68, but I'm going to raise it.
Going to raise it. Okay. To what?
Over under.
I'm scared.
72. These are let's listen. North Texas giving up 36 points per game.
Yeah.
La Tech's giving up 37.
36 plus 37 right there is 73. So
I didn't even add those together. I just looked at 68 and added 4. So
it's good. Just added 4. Look, the betting man in me says I off principle can't take an over 72, so I'll take under.
Okay, I'll go over just for the fun. And then I'll do one more. Let's do. Austinani showed us some flashes.
He did
last week. Let's see if that continues. Over under 3.5 touchdowns for Austinani.
Oh, God bless. Look, I found something interesting. I don't remember what it was, but it basically was a stat that indicated North Texas is starting to be a little bit more, starting to go back to what it was with Mason Fine a little bit more, as far as throwing the ball a lot more. And I think we've seen that, obviously, right? We saw that with the Memphis game. I think FAU to a degree. And I don't know why. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's the offensive line. I don't know if it's Austinani being better or something, but they're starting to throw the ball a lot more this year.
Yeah.
Something I'm going to watch for in this La Tech game. I think they can light up La Tech. I think they can put up 35 plus on La Tech pretty easily. And if that happens, give me the over. Give me the over. La Tech.
Wait.
No, sorry. Austin over 3.5.
Dang it. I really wanted you to go under on that. I'm going over as well.
Look at us.
That hurts me. I thought that was going to be like my back door to getting my points back.
I'm going crazy. 4 touchdown passes from Austin on Saturday.
It'd be insane.
2 of them to Jair Shorter.
Oh.
1 of them to Varkey's Gums. And I don't even know who the other one's going to go to. Rod Burns or something.
Okay.
All right. There you go. That would be. Look, I just think La Tech is pretty bad.
I mean,
and also one of the worst pass defenses in the country.
Yeah.
I don't have the advanced stats up anymore.
You need to give me one more pick 'em.
That's tough. Let me get this advanced stat real quick, and then
I'll do it. It's fine.
Okay, sure.
Over under 1.5 forced turnovers
for North Texas.
Yeah.
So North Texas forces 1.5 turnovers.
Yeah. Over under. Sorry, I worded that weird.
Yeah, you did. I mean, you think about North Texas interception-wise hasn't forced a ton. Seth Hennigan handed them an interception.
Yep.
They don't force a lot of turnovers, but then again, La Tech will be behind, throwing the ball around. I mean, obviously, you come off a game where Rich Tejada had 2 pick sixes, basically.
Yep.
Which can skew things. What are you going with?
No, I asked you.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm gonna say under.
All right, I was gonna go over, so that's good. Okay. That's where I get my backdoor.
There you go.
Dang it.
La Tech turnovers, 1.5. Brune says over. Colin said, or I'm sorry, Brune says under. Colin says over.
Yep. All right, now score predictions.
All right, well, you have them be over 72 here, so I'm interested to see yours.
You're gonna go first?
I'm gonna go North Texas 38-24.
38-24. I'm gonna go North Texas 45 to quick math 30. Yep.
Quick math. 38-24, and yours
45 to 30.
45 to 30. That is I would say that's a sick game, but also that's what every score North Texas.
Well, also, I can't believe you say North Texas only scored 8 or 7 more points than UTEP did against them. So, but you already locked yours in, so you can't unlock it.
38-24. I'm rolling with it. With it. They cover. Everybody's happy. I'm excited. This was good. This was a good pod. Anything else before we go?
Yes, actually, one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
What's the mood going to be like on here if they lose?
Oh, we will not be entertaining that right now, Colin. I'm being positive this podcast. I don't need
a fire overlay on the screen.
Just everything gone. Burn it all at home. A touchdown favorites.
You know how mad those 2,000 fans would be?
I will be livid if they lose this game.
I don't think they'll lose. It's like
no way.
ESPN has a 59% chance of winning. This is like an 85% chance.
I mean, as a touchdown favorite, pretty much, you shouldn't lose.
Agreed. I agree. This has to be a win. Okay, that's all I had to say.
I can't believe you just put that out there.
Had to. That's what I've been this year. You know, I've been that guy.
Yeah, I've been that guy. North Texas is gonna win. Don't worry about it, folks.
I mean, I predicted him to win, so I can't really say that I think they'll lose.
Trust me.
I'm just trying to get us prepared for the off chance. You know, this gives me 2018 Rice vibes or 2019 Rice vibes. This game.
All right, we're just gonna end the podcast there. I gotta get McCaslin on the phone. Get McCaslin on the pod.
Yeah, when's that happening?
Don't worry about it, Colin. Okay, I'll make the call. I'll get him on. You just be here, okay? You just be ready, and we will. Then we start talking basketball. Exciting times.
My favorite sport.
I know. I wish Reem was still on the staff.
Should just call him as like an insider, college basketball insider.
Right, you recruited these guys pretty much. I don't even know when he left to K-State, but
right.
College Basketball Insider is crazy. We're gonna call him. We'll call him just for the hell of it. He usually answers my calls.
Shout out Reem.
He says I'm big time now.
I know. I remember. I saw you on his story.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Look at
Big
this.
time. I love
Let me
Reem.
see if I still have it. Oh, I definitely have it still. Let's see if I have the picture of us. Where was it? This isn't
Oh,
compelling.
you know what? Who does
What?
North Texas play on November 19th?
November 19th. They don't play. They have a bye.
Wow. Could have been an in-person pod. Now look at us.
Dang. What a shame.
Huge shame.
Oh, here's the picture of him and I. I don't know if my Wi-Fi is awful.
No.
So
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Look at you. Wow.
I'm still laughing that he used the photo of where his head's cut off. Like my friend took the photo and he's like, and I showed him which one he posted. He's like, why did he post that one? It was the one with his head cut off. The top. But yeah, look at us.
Looking
Shout
good.
out Reem, man. Shout out Reem. All right, that's all we have for y'all today. Hope y'all enjoyed the podcast. And yeah, follow us on Facebook, Spotify, Twitter, everything you need right there.
Yep. Boom.
5-star rating and review wherever you're listening. Leave a thumbs up wherever you are and subscribe. We're almost at 100 subs, or we might be at 100 subs, or close to it, wherever we are. Get us to 100 subs, and we'd appreciate it. So yeah, for Colin Mitchell, I'm Matthew Brune. We will talk to y'all later.
What was this?
You have a problem with that?
I didn't like that.
I didn't even think my connection would allow you to see it, to be honest with you.
It did. It wasn't at first, and then it finally.
All right. Thank y'all for joining us. See ya.